Thank you, Samir.
Lost and weary traveler, searching for the way to go. Stranger, heavy-hearted, longing for someone new. May you find the light. May you find the light. May you find the light to guide you home. There are weary travelers searching everywhere you go. Strangers, you are searching, only you know. May you find the light. May you find the light. May you find the light, guide you home. May you find the light.
We are fire, we are water, we are air, we are earth, we are spirit. We are a part of all things, and all things are a part of us. So let us come together in peace. Let us come together in courage and compassion. Let us come together in hope. Let us gather to celebrate the summer solstice. And now let us gather around the flame of our free faith as we light our chalice as a symbol of our free religious faith. The chalice has been lit, as is our custom, and may it be a symbol of welcome. May its flame be a beacon of hope to all. So welcome to our service this morning. My name is Stephen. I'll be leading. I was going to say welcome to our solstice, our summer solstice service, although given the weather recently, you could be mistaken for thinking it was the autumn equinox. But anyway, given how it was just now, it really felt like summer. So welcome to our service. No matter how heavy or light your heart is in this moment, please know you are welcome here. May you find connection and a sense of belonging during our time together as we mark this summer solstice, the moment when the day is long and the night short. If you don't normally worship with us, then I'd like to extend a special welcome. Unitarians have no statements of beliefs or creed to which you have to agree in order to be accepted. Our attitude is that religion is wider than any church or faith group and deeper than any set of beliefs. Here we practice a free faith, unfettered by dogma. As such, when I speak of or allude to God, I invite you to bring your own unfolding personal and intimate understanding to that name, for it is yours and yours alone, and it may just be your most intimate relationship of all. In this sacred space, we celebrate the winter and summer solstices and the autumn and spring equinoxes as we consider the precession of the earth around the sun. These points in the wheel of the year remind us of the earth's place in the heavens and ever reminding us of our place on earth, the generous, beautiful, creative, destructive, and wise earth. We gather today in an attitude of gratitude for all the earth gives. So our service this morning will consist of meditation and prayer, hymns, and if you feel so moved to, there will be opportunities to contribute to the service, to make brief contributions to this. There'll be two opportunities to do this. You may have come prepared to do this, or you may feel moved to do it in the moment, but there will be two times. Our time together takes place inside a circle, a symbol of the circle which the earth traces as she moves around the sun. And we make our circle sacred by lighting candles to honor the four elements of air, fire, water, and earth, and to honor the spirits of east, south, west, and north. So I would like to invite you to stand as you are able as we open the quarters and lighting the quarters. And we begin by facing north. Spirit of the north, spirit of earth, spirit of deepest, instill in us respect for our earthly roots. Be with us and keep us safe in the darkness, and bless us with your cool winter light. Be with us, Spirit of the North. And now to the Spirit. The mornings we honor you. Bless the research in the autumn and grant us the insight to use them wisely of life and whisperer of wisdom. Be with us. And now to the south. Spirit of the south, spirit of fire, spirit of noon, we honor you. Be with us when it's low in the sky, fire of passion, flame of friendship, and glow of the hearth. Bless us with your warmth and light. And now to the west. Spirit of the water, spirit of evening, we honor you. Be with us at the close of each day and grant us rest as refreshing as your coolest rivers. Be with us and slake our thirst, sea of freedom and love. Bless us with your deep, restoring night. Be with us, Spirit of the West. And so, with that, thank you. Thanks. And with that, would you please remain standing for our first hymn as we sing hymn number 14, Bring Many Names. And I need to remind you that the first two verses are under the music, which is on the left-hand page. So there are 6 verses in total. Thank you. Please be seated. So if you've not a solstice or an equinox service here before, it's quite a prescriptive service. It's quite a traditional, familiar structure to it. And so that some of the elements are quite familiar to some of us. What I realized during the opening of the quarters was, or it struck me, that I think that might have been cut and pasted from the winter solstice service, because it talked about long nights and coldness and things. So my apology, if you noticed, well done. And I apologize if you didn't. Welcome. So, and also as part of the familiar structure, we have two opportunities for members of who are here, members of the congregation, to just come up and share something of themselves that connects with this time of the year. So I will come to the first of those now. So I invite you, as you, if you like to come up and make a contribution. You just get up. I don't have to put your hand up or anything. It shows me.
This is a poem by Rosemary Watola Troma, which I've never come across before, so I was delighted to find it, and it's called On the Longest Day of the Year. There is comfort in knowing that every year since the earth was made, there has been a longest day of the year, a day when half of all life wakes to an abundance of light. And then in that moment of greatness, again toward the dark. There is comfort in knowing the light comes, the light leaves. The light comes, the light leaves. Comfort in knowing all the light that is reaches toward us, whether we can see it or not. It is simply a matter of staying out of our own way. And if we can't do that, well, that is what patience is for.
Thank you, Jen. There will be a second time later in the service when you may want to offer a few words as to what this time of the year means to you. But for now, we come to a simple ritual of connection and light. We're going to pass the chalice around between us. Each person will get a chance to sit with the chalice for a moment. And when the light comes to you, you may wish to pause a moment and be present to all that is sacred in you. You will then pass it on in a simple ritual of receiving and giving. And I would ask that we do this in silence and stillness, simply being present to the progress of our light, holding its journey in mindfulness.
Spirit of life, I give thanks for the opportunities to love that present themselves in the turmoil of life, where the light catches the tears in another's eyes, where hands are held and there are moments without words. Let us be present then and alive to the possibility of changing. Let us seek to make another's well-being the object of our concern. Let us seek to be present to another's pain, to bathe another's wounds, hear another's sadness, celebrate another's success, and allow the other's story to change our own. Let us stand in the morning on damp grass, hear the syllables of birdsong, and fill up on sweet air that rolls over oceans and continents. Let us look up at the stars and the planets that fill the night sky with majesty. Let us witness the first fresh buds of spring amid the brown sticks of winter. And for all of this, let us be grateful. Let us not defend ourselves against the discomfort of unruly emotion, nor seek to close down our hearts for fear of a new love will come to shake our foundations. Let us instead be open to discovering a new way of seeing an old problem, of appreciating the perfection of a seashell or the possibility of friendship. For in giving ourselves to what we do not understand,
we receive life's blessings. And in taking care of another, we are cared for. Those words were by Unitarian Universalist Liz Tarbox. And now we're going to sing again in a moment, during which time 2 bowls will be passed around to take your offerings, which help to support the sacred space and the work of this church. If you don't have cash on you or a checkbook, we have, there's an electronic thingy that will take electronic payments over there if you'd like to, if you wish to do that. But for now, we're going to sing hymn number 32, Earth Was Given as a Garden. Earth was righteous how to trust each other, how to use your power, how to bless the earth and all. Thank you. Please be seated. We give grateful thanks for these generous donations that help sustain this sacred space and support the work of this church. So we come now to a time of guided meditation. This is a time to reflect on the meaning of this solstice moment in our lives. You may wish to close your eyes for a moment and notice your breathing. Bring your attention to your breath. Notice your breathing. Allow it just to enter the air to enter your lungs and leave it without trying to force it. Just allow yourself to breathe. Bringing your attention to your body, notice if you are holding any tension anywhere. And if you're able to, just let it release. Let it go. Resting in this place, allow yourself to be bathed in the healing light of unconditional love. Breathe it in, breathe it out, filling the space around you with it. Earlier this year, on March the 19th, we celebrated the spring equinox. What's been going on in your life since then? Without judgment or criticism of any of it, spend a few moments gently recounting the events of your life from then up to this moment here now, this morning. How have you been? How have you been? Has your life been steady? Has there been sorrow, anxiety, joy, contentment? Have you been ill or stressed, or have you enjoyed good health? When were you most able to give and receive love? When did you feel most alive, most connected, most fully yourself? Take a moment to give thanks for those times. Breathe in the gratitude you feel and receive life again from those moments. If these last 3 months have been hard for you, hold yourself with tenderness and compassion as you consider those moments for which you are least grateful over this time. When were you least able to give and receive love? When did you feel most drained of life, least connected, least yourself? What made these moments so difficult? Be with whatever you feel without trying to change or fix it in any way. And you may want to take deep breaths and let unconditional love fill you just as you are. And now looking forward, are there things you would like to let go of? Habits, anxieties, dreams you no longer want or need? Are there possessions you need to clear out, books you want to give to charity, clothes you no longer need or like? Imagine yourself letting go of what you no longer need or what is no longer helpful. What are the changes you will make? Picture yourself making them. As this time of meditation draws to a close, think of yourself as you are now today. Are you taking care of yourself? Are you doing whatever you need to do to look after your body and your soul? How can you best take care of yourself? And now gently return your attention to the here and now, this morning here together. And let us end by giving thanks in the silence of our hearts for this time together in this sacred space. May the fellowship of this place and time sustain us over the coming season. May we breathe in the beauty of summer with its power of transformation. May we seek and find spaces of repose during these summer months. May these moments refresh and restore the tired places within us. May our eyes see the wonders of summer's colours. May these colours delight us and entice us into contemplation and joy. May the energy of summer rains remind us that our inner thirst needs quenching. And may our inner selves be refreshed, restored, and renewed. May the God of summer give us what we need for healing. Amen. So now we come to our second time where those who wish to could make a contribution to the service.
It seems a bit much to bring words in after that amazing music, but a small offering. I noticed how nettles grow each year, and from not much in the January, February time to now, how they get like this. And especially if you see a bank of nettles, you see them all up. And a while back, in other words, some years past, I noticed that they would stay up around the midsummer and sort of hover in their growth for quite a while, like this. And they wouldn't go any further, but they would be just like that. And then I translated that, shall we say, to reckoning on what had grown in my garden, as it were, in myself, during this time, and then allowing myself to notice that and celebrate it and place it on a midsummer place, like an altar, imaginary, a high point of the year, all the light of the days, hardly any darkness, and just let it sit and celebrate it on that place for a while. So sort of 3 days before the longest day and 3 days afterwards, an imaginary altar is created along with the nettles. Thank you.
Hi. I'm not sure how relevant any of this is. It'll mostly be me just trying to think through some thoughts. So if I've not spoken to you, I've just come back to Brighton. I've just got my degrees. So it's a weird time. It feels very liminal. I was thinking, this is kind of my longest day in that, I'm sure lots of you in here would kill to be 24 and have zero responsibilities at the moment. But so that's I got all this daylight, whereas before the long winter nights of responsibilities and dependence and jobs happen. But I'd be lying if I said I don't really know what to do with it. I've got all this daylight. Just coming back here after 5 years away, I can, and this is where I'm not sure where the metaphor goes, but I can sense that I still have roots here. I still have the friends that I knew growing up here, and my family are still here. But it is they're old roots. To dig to find them and say what you want about being in education for as long as they'll let me be in it, but. It really does just give you structure to things. It gives you things to do and people to meet, and so yeah, I'm not sure what the point of this was, but it's just to say yes. I think I'm coming into my solstice and got to find out what to do with those long days.
Hello, everybody. I didn't actually know it was any sort of a solstice until today, but it's making a lot of sense to me. I think the winters can be really hard and tough. Obviously the sun goes away sooner, and work seems longer, and sometimes you don't seem to get any of that daylight. But this week, especially for me, I've sort of come to this realization that I do need to, get myself some daylight, have some of that sunshine, and enjoy myself rather than sort of focus on work and being productive and sort of try to get through those sometimes very hard times. So yeah, I guess for me, the solstice must be about allowing yourself some time for pleasure and relaxation and sunshine on your skin. That's all.
Oh, I can feel the pull and the push of responsibility, because I've looked at the clock and I'm thinking there may be other people who want to make a contribution there. Is there anybody else who's got a burning desire to come up? Let's sing together again then. Let's sing our final hymn, which is hymn number 148. Oh, by the way, thank you for those contributions. And yes, I would kill for... yes, hymn number 148, Spirit of Life, Come Unto Me. Come to me, come to me. Please be seated. So before we hear some words, before we go to the closing of the quarters, I offer you these words. It's a poem by the champion slam poet Harry Baker, and this is called Wonderful, and it's by way of a blessing. May you always picture where you are as where you're meant to be. May you take in your surroundings like you visited, especially. We all end up in the soil eventually, so may you carry such goodness that it nourishes for centuries. May you see life as a show, and may the entry fee be empathy. Sat front row with an empty seat for friends in need. When you're on form, be generous and spread that energy. When you're not so sure, be gentle with yourself and don't forget to breathe. You need not be defined by your many feats. You are not a centipede. There is a joy in doing something terribly. May you share bruise and bruises, and may you do this tenderly. You are the most improved you there has ever been. Of all the words you'll ever hear, remember these. Life is too short to eat celery. Life is too long to feed jealousy. Life is likely just the right length to need therapy. May you be seriously silly. May you be wickedly kind. May you be brilliantly dumb sometimes and yet stupidly bright. May you certainly have doubts. May your weirdness be the norm. May the coolest thing about you be your warmth. May you be powerfully vulnerable, or at least mightily soft. May you be a contradiction and yet at the same time not. And whether you are any, none, or all of the above all, may you know that you are loved. May you understand that it's okay to change your mind, particularly if your views are not the same as mine. May you always make room for playfulness. It may just save your life. And trust whatever makes your heart grow cannot be a waste of time. It may not make you money, it may not even make sense, but if it makes you happy, it is worth it in the end. And it is worth it at the time, and it deserves your very best. And you are never too busy to catch your breath. Just as you cannot be in traffic without being traffic, life is not something that you are stuck in while it happens. There is more in you than you could possibly imagine. The very fact that you exist makes everything a bit more magic. When it all feels too much and there is little you can do, may you still see the best in people, and may people include you. May one thing match the gravity of all you've ever done. This wonderful reality. The best is yet to come. Please stand as we close the quarters. Spirit of the North, Spirit of Earth, we thank you for blessing our circle. Spirit of Air, we thank you for blessing our circle. Spirit of Fire, we thank you for blessing our circle. Spirit of the West, Spirit of Water, we thank you for blessing our circle. We are water, we are earth, we are spirit, we are part of all things are a part of us. Let us go in compassion and strength. Let us go in hope. Let us go from this sacred space. Amen.